Greetings, Temple Beth Shalom, Rabbi Box back with Parashat Hashavua. We are currently still in the book of Exodus, Exodus chapter 13, 17 through chapter 17, 16. This is Parashat B'shalach. We are coming up upon Shabbat Shirah, which is the celebration of the singing of the song at the sea, Micha Mocha. Oftentimes, it's also many congregations, not just in the Reform movement, but worldwide, will also do a lot of Debbie Friedman music this particular Shabbat because we are remembering the contributions of Debbie Friedman to the music, especially Micha Mocha and others. And as you're receiving this particular message, I'm actually in the land of Israel right now, meeting with leaders and other important organizational leaders in Israel to learn about how we can continue to support the land of Israel, the people of Israel, as well as ways that we can incorporate pro Zionistic, pro Israeli programming into not just sermons and our services, but also into our celebrations and other ways that we can support Israel, including, of course, going to Israel as a community, which I hope we can do in the year to come. In Parashat B'shalach, we are finally out of Egypt. We are on the road to Mount Sinai, of course, which is where we will receive the Torah and the Ten Commandments. And there's a very interesting beginning to Parshat B'shalach. Chapter 13, 17 starts, "Now when Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them by the way of the land of the Philistines, although it was nearer. For God said, the people may have a change of heart when they see war and return to Egypt. So God led the people round about by way of the wilderness at the Sea of Reeds." And this is interesting because the Torah makes us believe or teaches us that if the Israelites had gone to the Philistines, they would have had to fight a war and they would have turned back. Instead, they went around. Certainly, the fear of war is strong and can be overwhelming. But another really important explanation or reason why I believe the Jewish people, the Israelites, were taken around the long way, if you will, is because God wanted the people of Israel to become God's people. They were Israelites, they were God's people, but they really were not committed to the communal aspect, the idea of being Am Yisrael, of being the people of Israel. And they needed this time in the desert, all of the different trials and tribulations and all the different things that happened, all the fighting and the this and the that. All of this was to help the people of Israel become the people of Israel. And also, they had to get to Sinai to receive God's commandments. So we come to this really important section where the Israelites come up to the Sea of Reeds, and they have the Sea of Reeds on one side, which is they're fearing that they're going to die and drown in if they try and cross, and they've got the Pharaoh, who has again changed his mind, and all of his chariots and horsemen and warriors coming up on the other side. So they're literally stuck. And what we have, if you look in the Torah, it looks like this. It's beautiful poetry, and it begins, "Az yashir Moshe uvnei Yisrael et hashira hazot la'Adonai, vayomru lemor." Then Moses and Israelites sang this song to the Eternal. And this has got lots of different sections of our own liturgy. For example, we sing Ozi v'zimrat ya vayehi li lishua. That comes from the Song of the Sea. We, of course, have probably the most well-known song from the Song of the Sea, Mi Chamocha Nedar Bakodesh, and so on and so forth. The Mi Chamocha come here. And this is a beautiful, beautiful song that the Israelites led by Miriam the prophet with her timbrel in her hand, leads the Israelites to sing as Moses has raised his staff and the waters parted and the Israelites crossed through on dry land, and now they're singing this song of the sea. Um, and it has a little bit of a tension there because while the Israelites are extremely lucky and thankful and celebratory of what's happened, they also have to recognize that some of God's people, the Pharaoh and the Egyptians, although they weren't the Israelites and they caused the Israelites to be afraid, and they caused all kinds of terrible slavery and all the stuff that happened while they were there, but they were still God's people. So it's tempered. We celebrate, but we also recognize that there is a somberness to it as well. And Parashat B'shalach ends, chapter 17, verse 14 through 16. Then the Eternal One said to Moses, inscribe this in a document as a reminder and read it aloud to Joshua. I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and named it Adonai Nisi. And he said, it means hand upon the throne of the Eternal. The Eternal will be at war with Amalek throughout the ages, because what has just happened is the children of Israel have tried to go through to get around Amalek, and Amalek attacked Israelites from the back, and we have been at war. We shall always remember Amalek, and if you may remember from Purim, Haman traces his roots all the way back to Amalek. So that is Parashat B'shalach. I look forward to seeing you all when I'm back stateside and sharing with you some of the stories and some of the experiences that I had while in Israel. Shabbat Shalom.